So there's a lucky offer that finds you. And yeah, it does feel like it's a lot of work at the end of the day. I'll just say it that someone is mothering this situation, nurturing it from a little seed up. You're definitely growing something, possibly even in the belly. Okay. But we're really getting that this energy has a lot of stakes, a lot is at stake. And in many cases, people have run away from the responsibility that it's calling for. But it does feel like you have a huge support system if you were to take on this next role. You're aligned with your highest timeline at this time, and there's definitely a partner who you'll be working with and committed to. This feels like it's someone from the past, a commitment from a very long time ago, possibly a huge amount of support is coming towards you. Support on both sides. They need you. It feels like as much as you need them. There's love that goes both ways, but there's also a lot of work here. And there's a call for maturity. And it feels like the more you offer it, the more they learn to grow up as well and into their highest potential is the vibe. So if this is your energy, definitely stick around. We're getting into it. And keep in mind that all of my messages are general. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can do so by sending your question and payment through PayPal. All of my prices are in my bio, and I'll get back to you within the same day. Thank you so much for your business. I look forward to working with you. Now let's get into this message. The message is a lucky offer finds you aligned with your highest timeline. Be ready for a real commitment and stay grounded. So there's something really important about the color brown and staying close to the ground, the dirt. Here, I'm just felt led to call out. Okay. And also the deck I'm using is brown. So there's something really interesting here. And I say this because every card I pull for this message is written with a brown marker. And usually it's all there's. So something very interesting about native lands I'm feeling is of significance in this energy. And you being aligned with your highest timeline. I'm seeing someone's spirit soaring high above the mountains, almost like your thoughts are aligned with the heavens. This vibe is coming out that you're going to be asked to stay in this position. Vibe is that once you reach these heights, some might even call it nirvana. It's like, is your highest self. This is when you're going to be exposed. And this is when basically it's like you cannot leave this position. You must be the leader. Okay, it's the vibe that I'm getting. Like you cannot run and hide. Whoever this energy is for, it feels like you know that you're meant to be a leader. The Lovers is coming out in a very haphazard way. I'm also seeing the King of Cups. Okay. What else? So the King of Cups is coming out. And then we have the Knight of Wands. So it does feel like someone in this energy has the tendency to run when things get really intense, really serious. This could be you or your person. Up to possibly a mentor. This is a very sensitive person and they have a hard time dealing with irritations and irritability. And it also feels like once this person reaches their health, they don't feel irritated about things. But getting up there feels like it's nothing but a battle. The vibe is that this person wants to take you with them. They want you by their side to help them stay in this position and remind them who they are. Feels like this person is pulling on your energy, and this may have been someone that you walked away from, or they walked away from you, or they did something to make it seem like you're the one that walked away. It feels like there's an immaturity here. Like this person is pointing out that they genuinely need you, even though they don't want to admit it. Like it was an accident. It coughed itself out like it was an accident. So let's get more on this energy. What else is going on? The Devil is coming out. Yeah, there's definitely a huge support system that's coming in and people who definitely need your support. You're about to be a support system to someone. That's what I'm getting. And with the lovers and the devils, it's almost like a mirror here, a mirror image of the light and the dark. And this person is in both spaces and they need you by their side, regardless of whether what they're doing is considered right or wrong. It almost feels like that duality or dualistic way of thinking is not, it doesn't really apply to the situation. It's coming off like this is a very lucky offer. I'm almost getting like this person rarely commits, but that's no reason to be obligated to support someone. I feel like being in support of this person supports yourself in some way. Whatever it is that this person is asking you to do is like the only thing you're capable of doing in life. It's almost coming off like holding this person's love or even reflecting back to them who they are. But I'm definitely getting a lot of people using you as an anchor, like the movie Up, where that house was being lifted by all of those balloons, and something significant about color. The color wheel, being artistic in that sense of seeing color, seeing contrast, and the fact that everything is brown here. Green could also be significant for someone, but it feels like someone is they're supporting you in the sense of balloons lifting a heavy house, like almost like, but you onto those balloons so they don't get lost in outer space and pop as soon as they touch the ozone. So it's like it's a huge give and take with this energy, and the temperance was already flipped. So maybe someone asked for patience. Now you suddenly realize what that requires. This is your energy. If you're resonating, book a reading. Because it came out at the end of the road like suddenly you have patience. But it feels like all this time your patience was being tested. Now you realize why you had to go through everything you've been through. But I'm definitely getting a huge support group that's supporting you, almost hanging from your every word. If this is you or your person or both of you as a power couple, both of you being led to speak, it's very important that the two of you are on good terms, because it feels like this person may have some dark side or dark energies that wrestle for attention, wrestle for the spotlight, and occasionally he'll say things that he doesn't mean or do things he won't take accountability for, or almost like pretend like it never happened, or let's just change your mind and move on. But it feels like you have a real team of supporters, a backup group, someone in the background who sees what you go through. But it's really important that you go through it. Whoever this is, use your intuition if this is your message, because it does feel like someone is being asked to stay in something that all signs point to leave. And it's literally a message here to stay grounded. That this person needs you more than they realize. They're growing up is the vibe. This could be a child that needs his mother, but it's coming off like that. Like this is someone who needs support, and there's literally no one else in the world who's giving it to him the way you give it to him. Take it how it resonates. The vibe is that this person, they just don't know how to respond. Almost like they don't know how to behave. And they need someone who can hold it down, who can keep their feet on solid ground. A 10 of coins is coming out. So there's a lot of money here. As it clarifies the lucky offer finding you, it feels like there's money between the two of you, that the two of you are sharing resources between the two of you. I'm hearing take it how it resonates, whether it's money that's coming between the two of you. You guys learning together, because it also feels like you have a lot to learn. And it does come when you finally decide to put your foot down and stand your ground. Something happens when you stand your ground rather than walking away. This feels like something that has been going on for a very long time. And this person may be invested in your spirit as well, because it seems like this person has a storyline. They seem to be aware of your purpose and your calling even before you were born. They have the whole story and scenario on how you met before you were conceived. So they're very invested in this relationship is what I'm hearing. This person admires the hell out of you, and I'm definitely getting that there's a nurturing vibe here, very much a motherly vibe. If not a mother, then you're being seen as even a pet owner or a slave holder is the vibe. This person is very serious. They love to be dominated, and that's where it's coming off that they're very sensitive and they are afraid of being a leader alone. They definitely want you in their space. This is a runner. This person runs when things get challenging. And it feels like until they actually learn to stand their ground, it's going to continuously be challenging for them. They're going to have trouble. And again, this feels like it's either your energy or their energy because it feels like the two of you mirror one another and you're both growing through something or going through something together. Learn how to use your magic. And this magical sense is like almost like pulling in the reins a bit because I definitely get someone standing on the mountaintop with their chest out, looking up at the earth and just kind of almost reflecting on the patterns of the stars. It feels like their mind is just way out there. But to pull it in, pull the reins in is like, well, have you eaten today? What time did you go to bed last night? You know, things that in terms of taking care of your household or all of those things sorted and situated. And it's like, no, a resounding no, absolutely not. So I'm getting this vibe like this is something this person runs away from or completely ignores. And so to have you in their space, helping them out along the way is huge, whether they admit it or not. And I feel like it's huge for the both of you. If this is your energy, I would definitely love to hear from you in the comments. Thank you so much to everyone who stuck around to the end. I love you guys.